Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast following the ill-omened web of lives whispered by the void, their names repeated in the darkness. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Yet not carved in the stone, what has been set into motion is often difficult to avoid. So relax, sit back and join me as we wait to see if these twisted fates weave webs of loss and tragedy, just as we're expecting. I'm on the edge of my chair in anticipation. With us today to traverse through adventures of angst and arcane, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM.
I'm Kendrick, pronouns he, they, and I am playing William D. Williamson. How you doing?
I'm Russell, pronouns he, they, and I am playing Blades, a rambunctious rascal that all the maids want to tackle. Blades' pronouns are he, him.
I'm Nicole, pronouns she, her. I'm playing Sorelli Chambers, the twisted sister orphan of the forest and silent whisperer of the spirit realms.
Ooh.
It's gonna get weird.
All right.
Last season on Shadows of Prophecy, we peered into the complex web of lives touched by the insidious whispers of the void. Deep in the enchanted forest, a group of researchers, Alice, Penra, and Upri, uncovered ancient runes of the demigoddess Freya. But what exactly was in that book that Alice seemed so defensive of? Years later, Penra extended an invitation to Upri to attend the annual Ilrune Festival of the Goddess, and Yancey tagged along. The day consisted of copious amounts of food, drink, flowers, and dancing.
And bacon.
And bacon.
And drugs. Lots of drugs.
Lots of drugs.
However, the normally harmless celebration of a cycle of life quickly turned dark as we learned that the steward had abused their position of power for more insidious purposes. But what was her end goal? And where did she take Upri?
Fucking stew.
The stew.
Act 1. In the Shadows. Chapter 12. Overgrowth.
Oh no!
You all sit in the dingy cottage of Hadrina Adan, who you have recently met upon your arrival to the village of Magli, a small farming community on the edge of the enchanted forest. Hadrina sits across a small breakfast nook table. Their eyes are bloodshot and set in sunken sockets, heavy with dark bags, indicating many sleepless nights. Frizzy dark curls stuffed in a blue scarf tied on her head, and a stained tunic implies many tireless days. Thank you for meeting me. You said your name was Sorelli?
Yes. Hadrina, what troubles you so?
Thank goodness you've arrived. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. It appears our town has come across some troublesome spirit, and my powers are weakening. I cannot hold them back any longer. You've come at the opportune moment. Will you help us?
I feel the dimness in your energy, and I too believe that we've arrived at exactly the right time. I've been feeling the spirit for days.
Right. And I'm just going to add, we will also help you for the right price. Hi, Sorrel, I'm the sibling. Nice to meet you.
Nicole, would you like to introduce your character?
I would love to. Sorelli is a Kalishtar sorcerer at about 5 feet 6 inches tall. She has dark, thin hair at about shoulder length and is wearing a thin black dress that goes all the way to the ground. Her eyes are green, but occasionally in the right light, they flicker and become gray, almost dead-like. And she's always wearing a black choker around her neck, which she never takes off even when she sleeps.
And Russell, would you like to introduce your character?
I'm playing Blades. Blades is a human of moderate height with a slender athletic build in his mid-20s or so. I didn't feel like deciding an age. You're welcome. He has long, wavy, dark brown hair that he usually keeps tied up behind his head in a messy ponytail. His face boasts sharp, angular features beneath thick stubble, and his eyes are the shade of honey that he keeps framed with charcoal eyeliner. His resting face is typically that of a scowl, a habit he picked up growing up on the streets. He wears an emerald green shirt that he keeps loosely laced in the front, showing off his muscular chest. He wears an asymmetrical bronze-plated armor that protects his left arm, shoulder, and chest, but keeps his right arm free, because that's his dominant sword arm. And then he has 2 swords that he keeps strapped to his back along with a longbow. Yeah. And then the rest of his armor is kind of like worn leather, has daggers strapped everywhere. Looks like he's ready to fuck shit up, but dashingly so.
Ooh.
As the two of you are having this conversation with Hadrina, another person busies in the background. Kendrick, would you like to introduce your character?
Of course. So my character is Wynn D. Williamson. She is 57 years old. If you know the reference, you know the reference. 57 years old. She is very top heavy, big tits, skinny body. She has hair the color of hay, eyes the color of darkness. Exactly. And the people of the town of Maggie, they know her as the town's gossip. She is always in everyone's business, but she does it because she's bored. I mean, it's a small town. There's not really much going on. So how does one busy themselves? By hearing everyone else's shit. And she is one of the closest friends of Hadrina. They kind of are fire and ice. They are opposites that attract really well. And yeah, that is it. How you doing?
Very different vibes around this little table. So Hadrina is going to kind of fold her hands and start to fidget a little bit. I must ask, are your powers real?
Yes. The realest powers you've ever seen.
I really hope you're not just another con artist. We've had so many as of late.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, dear.
And I can't afford another. So please, whatever you can do to help us. We really do need it.
Sweetie, do you want some tea?
Oh, Wendy. Yes, that would be lovely.
All right.
Would the two of you like some tea as well?
I didn't ask them. Do you want some tea as well?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Sorelli sort of misses the question and just has her gaze on Hadrina and goes over to take Hadrina's hands.
So is that a no from you as well?
No response.
Ooh, rude. Okay.
Wendy, that'll be fine. Thank you so much.
No problem.
What do you need? What are we doing? How can I help you?
Do you feel it?
I don't feel much of anything right now.
Relatable.
What do you feel?
There's darkness that surrounds you. Why has it chosen you?
What do you mean?
Sorelli, her eyes change to gray, and she's just gone. She's feeling into some other realm and not really with you all in the room anymore.
Blades is going to walk over to Sorelli and in front of her eyes.
I snap out of it.
Oh, shit. I was just, checking that you were gone.
Oh.
So sorry, sister.
Thank you.
Well, spirit here, yeah? Real?
Real. Definitely real.
Well, of course it is. It's been plaguing us for weeks now.
You'd be surprised how many of these cases are, in fact, something else.
Oh, I don't know why anybody would do that, but I suppose you're probably right. You are the professionals.
Right, you are.
So what do we do? Is there something that you need to see? Should I...
First I would like to see our fee, and then we can discuss about exercising the spirit.
Yes, all right.
And we prefer half now, half once the spirit is gone.
Hold on. I'm not trying to get into your business and everything like this, but how do I know that you're not a con artist? My friend Adrena has had a really rough couple of months, so I need to know.
Did you not see the great eyes and the hoogity boogity?
It could be a change of the light. I need to know that you are not con artist. The people want to know. Our town wants to know.
All right, Sorelli, do your thing.
The people want to know.
Are you a local reporter?
Some people may call me that.
The local gossip column?
I would not consider myself a gossip columner. I just like to know people's business. I think everyone just needs to know. This isn't about me. This is about you. I'm not the one who may be a con artist.
At that moment, can I share a visual?
Don't you have message?
I do. Okay.
Oh, do that instead.
So I'm going to
That's a
send
cantrip.
a message. So I will share flashes of all of the spirits. So just then, flashes of all of the spirits that we have encountered go before your eyes.
Wendy's eyes are open. I don't think the word is agape, but I'm just going to use it.
Agape.
Oh,
Eyes agape.
Eyes
mouth.
agape, mouth closed. Oh my God. I got to tell the people. Oh, okay. You're not, okay. Just stop the whatever you're doing. Stop it. Bleep it. Stop it.
All right, that's enough, Sorelli.
Wendy, are you okay? What are you doing?
It's basically a resume.
So cheeky, sister darling.
There's
All right.
much darkness in the land.
I believe you. Please don't do whatever you did to Wendy.
I'm going to need some tea. I'm going to go back in the background.
Thank you,
And Wendy walks away.
I'll also have a whiskey, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I don't know if you have anything stashed, but I certainly don't have any whiskey in my house.
Oh, right, you're just drinking straight tea. My bad.
Don't worry, darling. I hide some whiskey in her house for those off days.
I figured as much.
So yes, where were we? Gosh, I'm so scattered lately. What do you need?
Well, where's the spirit? Everywhere? Nowhere? Sometimes where?
I've managed to keep it mostly confined within the gates of the cemetery, with the occasional blip. But we have evacuated everybody along the boundaries, further away towards the center of the village. I don't quite know where the epicenter would be, but every night it just gets worse and worse. Do we go there? It's just outside.
I'd personally like to see it.
Yeah. Why don't you stay here, love? Are you sure you can handle more of the spirit?
I mean, as long as I'm here to make sure that it doesn't go any further, get out, I think we should be fine. I think, yes. You can go on your own and I will stay here and A little shut-eye would be nice.
Wendy walks over and hands Hadrina tea. The tea is especially delicious this morning. I do say so myself. And then I hand Blades a little shot of whiskey. And then I give Sorelli, I'm just going to call you sibling 1 and sibling 2 because I don't really care for your names. Wendy doesn't care. I love your names. They're amazing. Just a glass of water. I know you didn't ask for anything, but you seem a little thirsty. Here's some water. And then I walk away.
Wendy, darling, why don't you come with us, so you can recount our exploits to the people, A little word of mouth is usually good for business.
I don't really mess with spirits, but since my friend Hadrina here cannot, look at her. She's kind of frazzled. I will go.
Yeah, she does not look good. You're right.
She does not. She needs a couple of hours of sleep.
You're quite tired, darling. Yeah.
On another day I'd be offended, but I do think you're quite right.
So sure, I will go with you. But the sign of a bad spirit and I am out of there. And I am telling the people. I will tell Tyrone. I will tell Lippy. I will tell Sarah. And I will tell my baby daughter, Barb.
Barb? Is that short for something?
Barb.
Ah, what a lovely name. It has a
So
nice
lovely.
ring to it.
So lovely.
Yeah.
I have
I'd
the
love
name
to
of
meet
myself.
her.
You probably won't.
Oh, shucks.
Oh my gosh, we definitely need to work on your naming convention.
My daughter, laptop mic. And my son, dice marker.
Oh my goodness. All right. Please
Let us go.
let me know if there's anything else that I can do. Hopefully-
Half the fee.
Oh yeah, sorry.
20 gold now, 20 later.
20? Okay.
20. Sorry. I'm
Winnie,
Scott.
I know it's a lot, but
Tyrone's not going to be happy about this.
It's a lot because it's a one-time fee.
this is important.
A one-time fee that you can make in 2 easy payments.
All right. So she reaches down into a leather pouch on her hip, and you start hearing the clinking of metal as she's like digging around. 1, 2, 3. That's a silver. Oh gosh. I think I have just enough. And she pulls out like a handful of lots of copper, lots of silver, and some gold. And she's like, I think I counted it all. We'll be able to scrap together the rest when you're done here. I just haven't wanted to bring the villagers close to the cemetery.
Maybe we make a one-time exception where we'll collect the fee afterwards. So you can get some higher denotations.
Oh, thank you so much. I promise we'll be able to pay. Everybody will be so grateful if you're able to rid this.
The cost, brother, I know that you have always been the business sibling among us, but the cost of allowing this spirit, this force, to do any more damage on this village will be far greater than anything we might pay.
Sister, your heart is too big. All right. Scrape up what you can and we'll see.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you truly are sent from above.
I mean, with Wendy over
Or
there, pro
below.
bono is getting
Has
great
Voluptia sent
business.
you? I've been praying to her every day, hoping, begging. Thank you so much.
Truly, it's
We'll see
really
what we can
amazing.
do.
You are all the moment. You're icons. Now let's do this.
You hear the clattering of metal as she pours the copper back into her pouch. And with that, she starts to blink her eyes. They feel and look so heavy as she just is slumped in that chair. Wendy, will you show them the way? I must take a nap now. Please do come get me if there's any trouble.
All right, we'll do. Wendy then goes to the couch, grabs a blanket, and just throws it over you. And it's like, to sleep, drink the tea. I promise you it is delicious. I added some honey. I know how much you love honey. And this, breathe.
Yeah.
624. 624.
624, 624. Wait, what is that?
Inhale for 4 beats. Hold for 2. Release for 6. There we go.
Thank
there we
you.
go. All right. It works.
I believe it probably does.
Listen, swords, blades, it works. Okay? All right. You just relax, sweetie. Let's do this. Will I be protected during all this?
Yes, make sure you bring the whiskey. That's the best protection against the dead. The whole
And
bottle.
just be sure that you stand behind me at all times.
Yes, that too.
That will be no problem because I don't mess with spirits. So I will be behind. I'll bring the whiskey. Do you want anything, sweetie?
No, the water is lovely. Thank you.
I figured as such. Wendy goes into the back, grabs the whiskey, puts it in her satchel. All right. Let's go. If you're ready, I'm
Lead
ready.
the way.
Yeah, we don't know where the cemetery is, Wendy.
Small town, I imagine.
Stay behind but point.
All right. Katrina, how do I get to the cemetery again?
Wait, can we see it from the house?
Oh yeah, you can definitely see it from the house. So Hadrina's house is like right at the entrance of the cemetery.
Oh, that's peculiar.
So like she is the town cleric and she tends to the cemetery, and as a result she lives right there.
Oh,
pretty much
sense.
on site.
Shortest commute ever, really.
Yeah,
that was
very
just
short commute.
That was a little Wendy. Some jokes. It's right there. Let's go.
So you step outside of not Wendy's cottage, Hadrina's cottage. Wendy has a house elsewhere in the village.
Sure, it's a
good part.
beautiful home.
In the
Yes.
good
In the good part,
of course, because there are good parts and bad parts in this village. Of like
of course.
only
Do you see
like
this
a couple
hair?
hundred people.
It is pure hay.
Okay. You step outside of Hadrina's cottage and you can see to your right the gates of the cemetery. They are like a rusted wrought iron that extends maybe 20 feet up. There's some like intricate embellishments on the gate. There's those like spiky posts along the top. And you can see just like rolling hills with stone pathways that kind of lead up into different sections of the cemetery. You can see small stone structures within the cemetery walls, some light landscaping, and yeah, it's a pretty typical small town cemetery, not like a flat area, but kind of layers of tombstones.
It's quite beautiful, actually.
Yeah, lovely, lovely flowers planted. Sorelli's going to walk ahead of the group now that the cemetery is so blatantly in sight and walk about 4 feet from the gate. Not going to go into the cemetery, but going to begin seeing what Sorelli might notice or feel in the space.
Sure. How are you going about this? Are you trying to tap into spirits or are you just observing?
Observing the energetic realm. So just, feeling into the overall energy of the place.
Yeah, so give me an arcana. First roll of
Brother, we
the
might have been a little
session.
overconfident here. It's going to be a 9.
First roll of the session. Was that a nat 1?
That's a 7.
No.
Oh, it's a 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Try rolling on the table.
Okay. do better next time.
So a 9. I mean, you can feel this like energetic disturbance. And there's like a lot of energies going on. They're very much like almost interfering with each other. A couple things that you do feel is that you do feel the strong ill intent in the cemetery. You also feel like a lot of energy coming from Hadrina's cottage. It's a little complicated to parse out exactly what types of arcane energies are coming from her, but you could potentially assume that it has a lot to do with the clerical abatements that she's been trying to apply on the cemetery. Kind of, you can tell there's like some sort of protective energy radiating, but then also like a lot of other energies kind of muddled about, like very as if her spells have been a little cluttered. She hasn't had like a strong, clear intention behind her protection spells.
Can I tell whether, like, are Hadrina's spells effective? Are they draining energy from her? What's the relationship between the energy there?
Yeah, so you can tell that the like spiritual energies are kind of dissipating as they reach the edge of the cemetery, that they kind of have this fall off as they start hitting up against her protection spells. Abjuration is the class of magic that she has been mostly using, as well as some enchantments, some evocation, and even a little bit of conjuration kind of sprinkled in there. Interesting methods, to say the least.
Wendy, your friend has done well here with what she has. So it's working, is what I gather. Yeah.
It's working, but it's not like a clear cut. Like, you've experienced some more adept clerics who have like, they put up an abjuration spell and it is a wall that is like strong and steadfast. But hers is kind of wispy. Like things are kind of seeping out.
Well, brother, I'd give it a B+. Hadrina has done well here, but there is some spirit leakage, as we call it, in the in-between. It's
yes.
leaky. It's a little leaky.
Such an industry standard term. Right.
Yes,
Well,
I do
you better
believe
get in
we
there.
arrived right in time.
Stop the source of the leakage.
Sorelli's going to go down to the ground and place her hands on the ground and cast Detect Thoughts to see if there are any specific spirits in the cemetery who might have something to say.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you cast Detect Thoughts, and you're kind of doing this without like a clear target in mind. So I'm going to have you do another Arcana roll.
This time on the table.
To be clear, detect thoughts you cast on yourself, and then people have to make saves in a radius.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
I have never used that spell.
It's a DC 13 wisdom saving throw to avoid having your surface thoughts detected, I believe.
You're kind of collecting thoughts around you. Cool. So you cast Detect Thoughts. What was your Arcana roll?
It's going to be an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Throw that dice away, please.
I know. Yeah, we're going to pick a new one. Yeah, it was a long voyage to get here through the woods.
Because the two of you are within the radius. So I'm going to need the two of you to make a wisdom saving throw. And I'm also going to do a
30
wisdom
feet.
saving throw for Hadrina.
That's a 16.
15.
15. And what is your save?
13.
13. So you can't hear either of your immediate parties.
It's a shame. Penny for your thoughts?
You can hear some of
Perhaps a goal.
Hadrina's over in the cottage. They're very mumbly, very agitated. She just seems to just be like repeating, like, go away, get out of here, leave me alone. And then you start to hear many voices throughout the cemetery, kind of like just in the general vicinity. And they seem rather disturbed, like they are upset that their slumber has been disturbed, that they have been taken and pulled from a place of peace and are now just kind of agitated. So there's a lot of agitation going on here. So many people are very agitated. And yeah, that's kind of what you're picking up.
Sorelli is going to stay in this sort of connected, trance-like, hands on the earth position. And she's going to ask spirits, who summoned you?
You ask, and you wait for a moment, but you don't get any clear responses. Nobody is offering any information.
I look at Blades. What is she doing?
I believe the industry term is a vibe check.
A vibes check. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. So you can stop the leakage.
Yeah,
Okay.
precisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be over here. Just gonna ask a question. Ask questions. The people want to know. The people want to
All
know.
very
No.
scientific, what we do.
Yeah.
I went to school for this. As you were. As you were.
I can't.
I'm channeling her.
There's a lot of channeling going on.
A lot of channeling.
Sister Dog, are you picking anything up?
It appears that the spirits are pissed that they've been awakened.
So they have failed the vibe check. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tyrone's not going to be happy about this.
Do you sense the perpetrator spirit anywhere?
I can't quite feel it through the many voices in the void, and it's not clear who summoned them. I'm not sure that they even know.
Oh, all right.
So it's a
go
question
in and
mark
draw it
here
out?
on the edge of the cemetery. Shall we?
Go in and draw it out.
Ah, yes. Yes.
This is going to make such good content for my talk show, which is a show I do midday where I just talk to the people
In the town square.
in town square.
Oh my goodness.
So you're more like shouting at them because,
Yeah. I'm
The
like,
town caller.
the town call. I'm like, this is Wayne D.
perfect. Keep that whiskey ready. It'll protect you.
All right. Thank you.
The ultimate shield.
Yeah.
Brother, would you do the honors of unlatching the gate? I do this a lot, but a little freaked out here.
I'll kick it open.
You kick open the gate. It
Damn.
creaks as it kind of wobbles back and forth on the hinge.
I draw my swords just to be
draw your
safe,
swords
even though they
just to be
probably
safe.
can't stab a ghost with them.
And that's why you call Blades. Oh, it makes sense.
Oh my
Right,
goodness.
right. I step in. I'm going to go about maybe 30, 45 feet in
All right.
and try to be very perceptive. Is it nighttime or,
Probably around late afternoon at this point.
oh, middle of the day?
Yeah.
That's weird. We should have waited till nightfall.
I mean, if you would like to wait around,
Eh.
it's just you've only recently arrived in the village of Magley, and it is best to travel during the day.
All right. Ghosty, we're here to get rid of you. So, anything to say? Do? Throw?
Oh my God.
Blades is the
You
brave sibling.
Call out into the cemetery, and you don't hear any response.
Perfect. Job done. Let's go collect her. I'm just kidding.
Just then, Sorelli casts a quick minor illusion of a weird goblin next to her brother, just to fuck around, just to freak him out a little.
Blah. Really, stop that. We're working. We're on the job.
Oh my God. That was a goblin. Oh my God. Did you just do that?
Just for fun.
I
Just
swipe it
maybe
away.
we come back at night.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, let's take a quick look around to see if there's any physical evidence of occult practices, someone summoning something, perhaps grave tampering,
Seems wise.
any of those sorts of things. Oh shit. The dice rolled.
All right. You start looking around, looking for occult practices, any other things out of place. Give me a perception check or investigation.
I'll do perception, thank you. And that is a 22.
A 22. Okay.
Ah, we both rolled 17s.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be a 20 for me.
And is that perception or investigation?
Perception.
Okay. So you start to examine the cemetery, and there's a couple things that you notice. One, you notice that at many of the graves, there are little offerings, candles, flowers, all of that type of thing. But none of the candles are lit. And most of the flowers, actually all of the flowers, are dried or wilted. So you can assume that nobody has been visiting their loved ones for a while. Enough time for all the flowers to really have died. And out of the corner of the eye, Sorelli, you start to notice wisps of black behind one of the gravestones. And it has this familiar allure to it. You notice fingers wrapped around the stone. And then they slowly slide away as the black smoke dissipates.
Brother, do you see this? Am I the only one that sees this?
Yeah, I don't see a thing. I mean, what do you see, sister darling?
Oh, I'm not sure who this familiar shadow might be.
Familiar?
Do I recognize this being from my past, or?
You do.
I was scared to this.
This is that darkness that always follows you.
Blades, we're going to have to make this a quick trip. It's found us already.
Tits. All right. How do we get a go? How do we get a
Wait,
ghost
what
out in
has
the middle
found
of the
you
day?
already? Hold up.
Excuse us, Wendy. This
Yes,
is a
wait.
private
Wendy, take a sip of the whiskey.
conversation.
It's going to be protective. Big chug.
All right.
Big loud chug.
Wendy chugs.
How much time do you think we have?
I think maximum 3 hours at best. And then, yes, we best be on our way.
All
We're going to
right.
have to act quickly, though, because this village is, well, the chances are not good.
Oh, right. So how do you propose we get this ghost out and about?
I think we're going to need to gather everyone in the village at the town square and make a sacrifice.
What? Sorry. Come again, sister?
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm unsure where that came from.
Right. All right. Like a goat or...
Well, what do you suppose we do?
I don't think we can get
as-
away with sacrificing children. Some of the townsfolk might take offense to that. You don't want
well,
to ruin our reputation.
Hadrina's close to death. What do you think
Is
about?
she really?
I think close enough.
Right, but she's also the only thing keeping...
Oh yes, you're right.
This
You're
place
right.
together.
Yeah, and it's the leakage. It could come out more
Not
at
to
any
mention
moment.
killing
Yeah, if she
a holy
dies, there would be
person might,
a
bring
waterfall
down
of
a wrath
spirits.
of
Can I have you
some
two make
deity.
a stealth check
Oh, shit.
as you're having this conversation in front of Wendy?
Oh, my disadvantage. That's a 9.
That's a 10.
All right, Wendy, you start overhearing snippets of this conversation, including the word sacrifice.
Excuse me, a sacrifice. Wait, hold up. A sacrifice. What are you talking about?
We never said sacrifice.
I just heard you say sacrifice.
Are you hearing the spirits? Are they talking
I
to you?
don't think it was me.
Yes. Where are the voices coming from, Wendy?
From you. You
Can
both said
you give me deceptions against an insight?
7.
19.
Ooh, a natural 20, but a 19.
All right. So, how would you like to explain away this to kind of get Wendy off of your
When
tracks?
you don't listen, sometimes the spirits will make you hear things. It's trying to turn us against one another because it knows together we are stronger.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes, so...
I am so sorry. I did not
We
mean-
actually weren't talking, you know.
I swear I saw your lips moving. I heard sacrifice. I heard 3 hours.
Oh, we were saying a prayer.
A prayer.
Yeah, to protect ourselves. You know, that's what the whiskey's for.
Oh.
It's a whiskey prayer.
It's a whiskey prayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking
okay.
of, I need a swig.
Wendy passes the whiskey to Blaze.
Sister?
I can't yet. I'm on the water.
Right. Passes it back.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to assume. I'm just.
Oh, it's quite all right.
I heard sacrifice and I freaked out. This could have been a hot topic, which is a topic that I serve while holding fire.
Oh,
Fire
wow.
torch.
Oh my goodness.
But sorry, I did not mean to assume.
This sounds
as
like
you were.
quite the show. We might. Oh wait, we can't stick around.
I have gotten nominated for a lot of awards, aka just a lot of extra meat at the dinner table.
Yes.
That's why I
In
call
the
it an
village of
award.
Magley.
Yeah.
All right.
Worried
So-
about Wendy's sanity. I'm just kidding.
Me too.
Wendy is giving.
Wendy is
She's giving what needs to be done.
a thing that is happening. It's great.
I feel strangely hungry.
I am going to quiet now. I need to focus, and I'm going to use my primeval awareness to see if I can sense the spirit.
All right. How does that work?
So for up to 1 minute, I can sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead within a mile of me.
Okay.
Please don't tell me there's a dragon somewhere.
No.
Sorry.
Now
do
that
not-
would be a hot topic.
You do not sense any dragons.
Cool. That's what I checked for first.
Their fire breath would be literally a hot topic.
A swing and a miss. Leave the jokes to me, sweetie. Okay.
3 psychic damage. Continue.
Yeah, so you're getting similar vibes to Sorelli. So there are some agitated spirits that are on the cusp. So they're very subtle in their energies, and that's kind of spread out around the cemetery.
Not concentrated.
But you do get a stronger ping up the hill to the left. When you look up, you see a kind of twisted, withered tree at the top of the hill.
Sister, that tree's giving me some bad vibes. Shall we go check it out?
Let's.
Come on, Wendy. And remember, don't believe everything you hear.
Okay, I will. All right, I'm following you. Just protect me. I don't want to die. Tyrone will be very upset if I die.
We don't want to upset Tyrone.
Don't.
All right. As we approach the tree, do we notice any of the nearby graves? Are there graves near the tree?
There are. So you make your way up the winding stone steps, up the hill towards this tree. And as you reach the top, you feel the energy growing. So that is the first thing you notice. This energy is growing and it becomes darker, angry. And when you reach the top of the hill, you notice that there's several graves up there. Most of them worn stone with candles that are relatively melted. But there is one tomb in particular with fresh candles, maybe lit only once, and the dirt around it is still unsettled. The grass has not yet begun to grow over it.
So a fresh death.
Yes. The name on the tombstone is Varigus Rochelle.
Wendy, have you heard of a Varigus, Rochelle?
Yes, I have.
Oh yes, do tell us.
Varigus was recently buried. Their death was quite sudden. They were a man in their middle years who was actually quite close to Hadrina.
All right, so you didn't hear this from me, but Varigus and
leans in.
Hadrina, they were very close. Some would say too close, but I'm not a gossip.
Like close or friendly?
I don't know. I just hear what I hear, and then I just go about my business. And he just died very suddenly.
Oh god, the dramatic pause. Go on.
We just one day he was there, next day he was dead. And then
Did Hadrina determine cause of death?
if she did, she didn't tell me because she knew I would tell everyone. So he's just dead. And it was sudden, and we're really sad about it because he did make very good candy.
Oh,
His husband survives him and does have a home on the other side of town.
that's nice. That's nice. Given our time constraints, sister, are you thinking maybe a quick and dirty exorcism?
I think that would be most appropriate.
All right. Wendy, do you have a shovel?
I do. It's just right down there. I see a shovel over there. I can go grab it for you.
Perfect.
Also, I should probably tell you that Vargas did have a husband.
Right.
So-
Don't tell him anything of what you're about to see.
I promise I won't. I won't even tell Tyrone.
Perfect. And keep that whiskey handy. We'll need it.
All right. It's almost out, but I'll make sure I save some for you.
Don't drink any more.
Okay. And Wendy goes and grabs the shovel and then hands it back to Blades.
I start digging. The grave.
All right. Give me a athletics check
Oh, shit. I'm
as
so
you
athletic.
are just starting to dig up
12.
this grave. All right. So you start to dig. The soil is rocky and heavy with a recent rain. And so you get like a foot down when your body starts to ache. As this is happening, Sorelli, again you see this familiar figure. This time its arm reaches out from behind the tree and starts to just subtly claw at your ankles. Just kind of running the tips of its fingers.
Kind of
An ankle tickle. Oh.
Ooh, that tickles, yes.
Blades, stop. You have to stop digging right now.
What?
This isn't the way.
But quick and dirty means burn the body.
I didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
I didn't do it. And Sorelli's just in a panic, or going into a panic. Her sense of reality is gone, at least momentarily, while she yells at Blades.
Perfect. Deep breaths. I keep digging.
426.
Thank you. No
problem, no problem.
Those numbers could come in handy so well.
No one else sees this hand as it continues to claw at your ankle. The rest of its form hidden from you behind the tree.
Why'd you go get another shovel?
Okay, I'm going. Remember, 426. 4, 2,
4,
6.
6, 2.
Close enough. And Wendy runs to grab another shovel.
Sister, what do you see? Tell me.
Nothing. And Sorelli, as terrified and panicked as she is, she stands between the grave and the tree so as to hide the figure that no one else can see.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So you
flicks her
reposition
ankle.
yourself and you continue to feel it as it starts to trickle its way up your leg. And Blades continues digging. You hear the sound of the shovel hitting the rocky soil and dirt tumbling out as he tosses it into a pile.
Am I at the body yet?
Not yet.
Damn it.
And that's when, Wendy, you see Mr. Rochelle standing at the base of the hill.
Wait, which one? The dead one or the alive one?
The dead one. His phantasmal form, slightly transparent, but you can still make out the long violet cloak that he would wear. And he stands facing Hadrina's cottage. You see his form kind of shakes as if it's almost glitching, phasing in and out.
Am I the only one who sees this?
Yes.
Okay. Wendy sees the spirit. Oh my God. Vargas, is that you? I thought you were dead. What's going on? Why do you look like that? Oh my God. So this is freaky. Guys.
And as you're calling out to Vargas, and then you begin to call out to Sorelli and Blades, you see Vergus' head start to turn towards you. And as his eyes reach yours, you see a scowl across his face. It's as if his expression is grown beyond his form, that it's just like projecting these huge eyes with the brows furrowed, a mouth agape in pure anger. And he begins to fly towards you.
Guys! And Wendy books it towards them. I told you I didn't deal with spirits. Oh my... Guys, hurry up! Hurry up! And Wendy is running and running, arms agape.
Arms agape, eyes agape, everything agape. What are the two of you doing? As you hear Wendy call out to you, and as you look up, you see her running towards you. In close pursuit, a ghostly form.
And I'm running like this.
Wendy is running with her arms in like T-Rex pose, apparently. Just kind of flailing about as she stumbles up the hill towards you.
All right, Sorelli, time to start digging. And I throw you the shovel, and I bolt in Wendy's direction to get between her and the apparition.
All right. Everybody roll initiative. Ooh. Yes, even you. You have commoner stats, so good luck.
I didn't know you're not. Oh, boy.
I did not know this either.
So Wendy gonna die?
Wendy's gonna run. I got an 8.
Cool.
11.
And what was Blades?
17.
All right. So it is just flying after Wendy. It passes her
Whoa.
and comes for Sorelli.
Shit.
It claws at you, and you start to feel the energy drain from your body.
I understand Adrena's predicament.
As 20 points of necrotic damage drain you of life,
Oh my.
pulling you down towards it.
That's a lot. Oh my god.
Oh, thank you.
DM, that's so aggressive.
You see its mouth just agape in anger, and you hear it start to scream, a screeching, painful, high-pitched scream that just echoes through your head. You feel the pain build as like this pressure headache in the front of your skull. Blades, what are you doing?
All I really can do is hit it.
All right, go for it.
So first, I'm assuming I'm already next to it, right?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to do a thing. So as a dread ambusher, or that feature, on my first turn, I move an extra 10 feet, not applicable here, but I get to make an additional weapon attack.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to use a bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike, which also lets me make an additional weapon attack. So I get to swing it 4 times.
All right.
3 times with my main hand. No, it's a ghost. Don't look at me. Blades
All right,
is stupid.
Make an attack. Make attacks.
First one is 14
All right. That will hit.
for 5
All right.
piercing. Then we have 9.
9 does not hit.
Then we have a 21.
21 will hit.
And that is for 10 piercing. And then I follow up with my offhand, which is a natural 20.
All right. Crit on it.
Ooh! Oops, sorry, that's up right. That is going to be 18 piercing.
All right.
As you just see a flurry of
Yeah, so your flurry of slashes cut across its body. You see wisps of its form flinging out along the edge of your sword.
Sorelli,
as
run!
It starts to make eye contact with you. It seems hurt, but rather unfazed.
Shit.
Windy, what are you doing?
So I just had to look up Commodore stats, and thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to take the bottle of whiskey and I'm going to use it to make as a makeshift club. And I'm just going to run up to the ghost and swing at it.
Make an attack roll.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
So it just goes through them. Oh my god, I think that was a little bit of a mistake. In horror, she just is like slowly backing up to make sure I didn't notice.
All right.
And I end my turn.
Lovely. So, as this is all happening, the figure locks eyes with Blades. And again, you all hear it let out this shriek as it charges towards you, but at the last moment blips into the ground beneath its tombstone.
I grab the shovel and keep digging.
The air settles as you begin digging yet again.
And do I still have this ankle tickling spirit?
Glad you asked, because at this point you feel the hair on the back of your neck start to prickle, standing on edge. Almost as if you feel its breath on the back of your neck.
Oh my.
You are worried that if you turn around, you might see its face again.
Sorelli drops to the ground in another fit of panic and closes her eyes, determined not to look at the spirit, and just closes down.
You shut your eyes and you start panicking, rolling around on the ground, and you feel this sense of overwhelming, like, oppression as your vision continues to darken to a pure pitch blackness.
Well, this is a new type of darkness for me.
Blades, as you're digging, you start to notice a black veil appearing around Sorelli, as if a mist is just starting to pour out of her. You've never seen this happen before.
Oh no. Usually the smart sibling can save us, but...
Well, that doesn't look good. I stop digging. I try to pick up Sorelli and I run.
All right, so you scoop Sorelli up, and where are you running?
Out of the cemetery. Oh, so sorry, Wendy. The spirit is inexorable. Oh no. My brain stopped working. We can't do this job. It's uncompletable. So sorry. Keep the deposit. Goodbye.
Wait, what? You're supposed to help the leakage, the drainage leakage. What's going on?
Oh, sorry. We're not spirit plumbers. We're spirit exorcists. Good luck. And I just keep running.
Okay,
With
you
Sorelli.
start running with Sorelli in your arms. Sorelli, you are plunged into this darkness. You feel your body go cold and wet. As you feel just
Corpsey.
surrounded in just almost a lack of sense. Like, you can't feel Blades, who's picked you up. You felt this, like, sudden jolt of motion, and then it quickly faded away. And now you feel as if you are suspended in darkness. And even then, the coldness starts to drift away. The feeling of wet becomes unnoticeable to you. And all of your senses are taken from you. You cannot hear, you cannot see, you cannot feel, you cannot taste.
Can I speak?
What would you
in
like to
this
say?
place? Who's there? What do you want?
I'm sorry.
Why have you brought me here?
You call out into the void, and
Who's there?
then images start to flash before you. A tree in the middle of a forest, grown to an immense size, twisted and gnarled, a purpley black ooze dripping from cuts in the bark, covered in thick, thorny vines. Another flash, you see a woman with long, wild hair, green skin, and short tusks. Another flash, you see a treehouse set upon blue jacandra trees. Then you see it zoom out again, quickly, flashing of various images of a fantastical forest, flora and fauna just oversized, glittering with arcane energy, a path imprinted into the fabric of the universe, drawing you closer in towards this tree. It zooms out, and you see yourself in Blade's arms, unconscious, limp, the darkness shrouding you as he runs from the cemetery. And these images continue to flash, just like zooming in and out and in and out. And you see a portal, black stone carved with sigils in a dark stone room. A woman wears a crown made of flowers and antlers. Image of a creature projected onto the wall. Tall, lumbering, with antlers out in every direction. Little puppets hanging from the branches. You see people at a festival dancing around a pole with ribbons and flowers. Again, you're pulled to the portal and back out, through the path in the forest, and back to your present state. And then everything collapses in on itself into your form, and you start to blink your eyes open. You look up and see Blades, worried, breathing heavy, sprinting out of the village of Magley.
Well, I have questions, but my immediate reaction is, Blades, I know what to do. We need to bring the nature magic in.
What?
We have to gather in the woods.
What?
And have a festival with a maypole.
What?
And I'm going to need to wear antlers, and we're going to need to make tiny figures out of anything we can find in the forest and dangle them from all the trees. This is not to be confused with a good time or a party.
Right now?
Yes.
To exercise the spirit in the
Yes.
And as you're kind of stumbling to gather these words, sputtering them out towards Blades, you hear a booming voice in the back of your head. Find her, Upri.
Upri.
What was that?
Do we know Upri at this point? The Sorelli siblings don't, right?
No. You've never heard that name before.
Upri.
Wait, what?
She's the one we must do the maypole dance for. And to do that, we should find her. I think she's in the woods.
Which woods is this? There's quite a bit of a forest nearby.
I know there's a lot of trees in the woods, but there's a big gnarly one that has some purple that we'll need to find. You think the villagers will help us find this tree?
After this botched exorcism, no, I don't think they're going to help us do a damn thing.
Do I, from the vision, the experience in the darkness, do I recognize the treehouse that I saw? Like, am I familiar with this tree or any place that was in the vision?
You have no recollection of the actual places in the vision, but there's something kind of nagging you. Can you give me an Arcana check?
Should I swap these
Put
dice
those
on too?
dice in jail.
5.
5. You feel this like nagging sensation. You're recalling these visions, and they're so scattered. They were so fast, flashing in and out, and all over this like general area of a forest. But you feel this kind of pool. Kind of as if that, like, path of arcane energy in the forest is calling to you, as if it wants to show you the way.
I honor this pull and turn to Blades and say, Blades, let's go. We gotta go.
Go where?
Into the woods.
I mean,
Can you find my antlers and maybe start making the figurines to hang in the trees for the
sure,
festival?
Sister, whatever you need, just maybe we should find a healer first. You don't look like you're in great shape.
Shit. I forgot. I have necrotic damage.
Yeah, you're pretty
Near
gnarled.
death. Yeah.
Yeah, just hang on. We'll
Okay.
We'll stop in the next town,
All right.
and then into the forest we'll go.
Okay.
Good luck, Hadrina. Bye.
All right, you all are gonna just sprint off.
I probably should heal first. I think you're not wrong about that.
All right, I've run back into town towards Hadrina's house. She's a cleric, right?
You do run back towards Hadrina's house.
Is Wendy still alive?
Wendy is still alive.
Am I back at Hadrina's house?
Where did you run, Wendy?
I mean, as soon as they left, I went straight back to Hadrina. I think Wendy went back to Hadrina's because she does not deal with any spirits. And even though Hadrina is tired, she knows that she can protect her. So she's in the house.
All right. So you bash in the door of the cottage in your fervor.
Hadrina, we need healing.
You see Hadrina and Wendy are there, awake, kind of startled. They seem to be in like high energy mode.
No. You left me in that graveyard to die.
So sorry, she was possessed. We had to run, get her as far away from
You
the
said,
spirit.
and I quote, the exorcism was not happening. I've already told the people.
What? I never said such a thing.
Yes, you did. I heard you. You
Remember,
said it out of your mouth.
You hear things, and the spirit must have been messing with you.
I mean, I would have thought that until I saw you pick up your sister and run,
Right,
leaving me there to die.
She was possessed.
I am quite sorry, Wendy.
What the hell is going on? What in the 9 hells are the two of you doing? What is wrong with you, Sorelli? What? You look like death.
Yeah, I'm close to death.
Wendy, go fetch some water. We must tend to her wounds immediately.
Yeah, Wendy, go fetch
They
some water.
left me in the graveyard to die.
No, we told you to run, and you just didn't follow.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but I must tend to the immediate needs of these people. Wendy, please help me.
Yes, Wendy, help.
Wendy sucks her teeth. Fine, I will go help them. And I slowly go into the kitchen to get whatever you need.
What happened? Were you able to exorcise the spirit?
No, but we know what needs to happen next. We must follow the call into the woods. This is bigger than what lies here in the cemetery. Do you think you can hold it back for another day
You see her lip begins to quiver.
Oh, so really
Her
feels
like
bad.
eye twitches and her jowls begin to shake as her voice stutters. Oh, what do you mean? I can't keep this up. What do you ask of me?
Is there anyone in the village who can join in the magic to hold it at bay? Just a moment longer, Hadrina, just a moment longer. And I promise it will end in a great celebration.
Before you say anything, they said it was undoable, and now they're asking for a day, and now they're saying moments.
What are you doing to me?
Look at what you're doing to my poor friend.
Dare you
Sorry, Hadrina.
enact this upon me?
Do you have any brothers and sisters of your religious order you could call on for aid?
Maybe we could leave a spell behind, add a little zest to the B
Oh, you
plus
better be leaving
magic.
a spell behind.
Maybe we could plug just a leak or two, brother, before we head to the woods. Even though I know we're not spiritual plumbers, just this once, maybe.
Oh no. No, Vargas. No,
Sweetie, what's going
stay
on?
back.
Wendy, didn't you say that name? Did I hear you say that
Stay
name?
back.
That's Fergus, the one that you were digging the gravestone at.
As you hear her start to call out, you whip around and you see Vargas standing in the room behind you.
Oh shit.
Not this guy again.
He screeches, his mouth agape, and he points a finger at Hadrina, his arm shaking with fervor. The glare piercing into her as you see her crumble to the ground.
Adrena. And Wendy runs to her. Checks her head.
No! Vargas! No, leave me alone! Leave! Get out! Get out! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
Help her! You see her suffering. Help her!
She is just cowering in a corner as if she is placing every object in the room between her and the ghostly form. She scampers into a corner.
Is she in direct threat from the ghostly form? Like, is the ghostly form attacking her?
No, it continues to point, the screeching noise building.
I want to cast an illusion of anything that Hadrina might find peaceful. Maybe putting him out of view so that I can calm her and ask her what she's sorry for.
All right, give me a deception roll with your illusion.
Oh, better.
Oh, better, yeah. Let's see. 19.
A 19. The noise does not subside, but you cast this kind of a wall of illusion between Hadrina and Vargas. And it wipes away the image of the ghostly form. You see she continues to cower in the corner, but she blinks her eyes open. She just goes, "Where is it? Where is it gone? He's coming for me. I know it. Make him go away."
Hadrina, I'm not going to let him hurt you. What happened?
You won't understand. You can't.
I will. Sorelli is going to go over to Hadrina to try and comfort her and add a sense of safety.
all anyone ever thinks of me is what they can ask of me. You can't possibly understand what that does to a person. I can't keep this up. I feel like I'm crumbling with the weight of everything around me. And nobody... They don't even look at me. Why would they? I'm their fucking priestess. For Voluptia's sake. Mindy, will you forgive me?
Of course. There's nothing to be sorry about. Sweetheart.
Don't judge me too harshly.
This is a judgment-free zone, sweetie.
I only wanted one thing. One thing for myself. And I fear I've doomed us all.
What did you do?
Varigas, I know you're there. I know you've come for me. And I should have known this day would come. I should have known. I was weak. I took from you. I took from you so I could have something. I was selfish. But no longer. Just let me do this one last thing. Let me help these people. They've come here to help us. And I have lied to them. I've deceived them. And they deserve better. Varigas, will you let me do this one thing? And then you can take me. You can do what you will of me. And you hear the screeching noise subside. As you look behind you, Sorelli, you see the figure begins to fade.
This is a relief.
Andrina comes up to you and she places a hand on your cheek. Her body is still trembling. Tears dampen her face and drip off of her chin. Her eyes bloodshot and red. And you feel a warmth start to grow on your cheek as her energy begins to channel into you. You feel all of your strength return. Mechanically, you are going to regain full hit points.
Oh.
Well.
As you see the color fade from Hadrina's eyes, and the trembling of her hand begins to soften.
Thank you.
Windy, goodbye. And her body collapses to the ground with a thud.
Adrena!
Adrena! Wendy runs to Adrena's body. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
You start shaking her body. It is limp in your arms. All the color pulled from her skin and eyes.
No!
Does she have a coin purse on her waist?
Gosh.
I look at Blades.
I don't say that out loud. I'm asking the keeper.
She does, as her limp body is jostling about in Wendy's arms.
Oh, dear
You
Wendy.
hear
Now.
the jingling of coins in the pouch on her hip.
I would like to pretend to comfort Wendy as I then slip my other hand in the pouch.
Give me a sleight of hand.
You're an asshole.
I mean, she doesn't need it anymore. That is a 18.
An 18. Yeah, Wendy doesn't see that.
Scoop, and I pocket it. Well,
Nobody sees it. Sorelli doesn't even see it.
Well done.
Hadrina, thank you. And Sorelli puts a hand on Hadrina's shoulder and thanks her for the life that she just gave back to Sorelli. And wonders what Hadrina could have been lying about in her final words. How did she deceive us?
Would Wendy know?
As cryptic as those words were delivered, you all stand around unsure of what she meant.
I mean, she clearly did something she wasn't supposed to.
How dare you? This is my friend dead on the floor, and this is what you can say? Silence. I knew it. Get out. Get out.
Blades will just leave.
Get out.
You hear the door shut behind you. The words, "get out," echoing through your mind. Sorelli, what do you do?
I go with Blades out the door, but I give one last look at Hadrina on the way out in gratitude and still feeling the call to the forest. I know we have to go there next, but wish that this was different.
Well, sister darling, where to? Jingle, jingle, as I hold up the coin pouch.
Did you show me the coin pouch?
I did.
Sorelli shakes her head and says, "Not this time, brother." And
You know we need the money.
you're right. This is why I leave the business to you. Blades, do you remember the treehouse from when we were kids?
I can't say that I do.
We've been given more life here. We have to go to where our life began, in the forest.
What?
Follow me.
And that's where we'll end the episode.
Oh my god. Blades is an asshole. I don't like Blades.
And that is where we will put a pause on today's story. Thank you all for joining us in this vile vignette as we plunge into the abyss. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy, and join us next time to find out what becomes of Sorelli and Blades as they travel deep into the enchanted forest, and who will they come across? I want to give a special thanks to JayCeeAitch and Chris B, our fabulous patrons keeping the candles lit here at Goblin Forge. Your support has meant the world to us, and we are so grateful for your absolute generosity. I would like to thank Scrubcast for some incredible sound mastering, music, and effects. They have been so easy to work with, and I highly recommend checking them out if you're ever in the need of audio editing, especially for their epic music and effects design. I would like to also thank Sirenscape for some outstanding atmosphere and music. Make sure to check them out at sirenscape.com. I use Sirenscape all the time at my game table and for our Twitch streams, and it adds that little something special to bring your players and audience into the story. I would also like to thank our players this evening, Ken, Nicole, and Russell. I'm so happy to have you in our cast, and can't wait to hear what perverse adventures we'll find ourselves in next time. Our theme song was written by my brother, the chill electronics vapor soul artist Lusk. You should check out their most recent single, Guess. This has been a Goblin Forge production. Please follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG. Join our Discord. And if you really love us, show us some support by becoming one of our fabulous patrons at patreon.com/goblin_forge, where you can find free bonus content like handouts, encounter maps, and even adventure guides to run your own horrific campaigns or one-shots. Shadows of Prophecy is a fully personally financed project and our first foray into the TTRPG arena. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. And at the very least, give us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. This is how we get the word out about our podcast, and we love sharing it with you all. Thank you, and tune in next time to trek into the belly of the beast, led by none other than the tormented Sorelli.